sorry.
I thought you were doing a funny voice.
No, this is my voice.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Why you got... Man, this is just how I talk.
Well, we're back with... You want to talk about steaks? Sahan Jayasuriya, and we're going to talk about steaks.
Apparently, we're going to talk about steaks.
Now, you were just saying you recently switched to 7?
No, I mean, in the last, 5 to 7 years. I think.
Why?
So... Anyone in this room who knows me, that I learned how to play drums by putting on the headphones and playing to Nevermind, like I think a lot of people in my general age range. And when you learn how to play to that, you just bash. It's not, there's dynamics, but it's really just bashing. And at some point in time, I realized that's really all I can do. And it was great, but you don't want to bash on quiet music. And when I joined this really quiet band that I'm still in called Good Night, Good Morning. And that was my first time ever playing that quietly. And it was definitely an exercise in restraint and not bearing the beater on the kick drum. And I was playing with hot rods and brushes, and usually it's one hot rod and one brush. And I was breaking them. And it was just you need to change your technique because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And over time, I realize that it is in my nature, and it's my impulse to just bash. So it's well, if I start playing lighter sticks, then in theory it's gonna make me not hit as hard. And so I used to joke about 7/8s, but I've been playing 7/8s a lot when I'm doing kind of the more breakbeaty stuff.
But this is a tonal choice too. Not only is it control and not being able to bash and all that, but it does then translate into the tone of what you're getting in your recordings. We've talked about this in the past, how I get super nerdy in collecting vintage drumsticks,
sure, yeah.
But not to look at, to use, because they were lighter, they were way thinner even than 7/8s.
Yeah.
And so then you can get these sounds that you hear on old original breakbeats, original jazz records, original whatever genre.
And they're playing whatever they had.
Yeah.
They weren't playing, 2Bs or 5Bs or...
And it wasn't as consistent. The hickory wasn't as consistent back then. They didn't care about density or anything. Right. They weren't using computers like all the brands do now to make drumsticks. So it's totally different implement when hitting drums.
And when you think about that too, you start to hear it, because I remember you telling me that I think it's on Siamese Dream or Gish that Jimmy Chamberlain at some point uses actual chopsticks. There's
some record I heard about.
It's on Siamese Dream. It's the end of... Is it Hummer? It's the end of the song where it's super, super quiet. It might be Hummer. And it's just it's how is he getting that sound? And it's literal. Apparently, it's chopsticks.
Yep.
And you get a totally different sound on the cymbals and the drums by playing the tiniest things that aren't even really meant to be, for drums. So, yeah.
Thanks for talking to me about steaks.
Hey, thanks for being here.
You want to make some noise?
Let's do, put the earplugs in.
All right.
This man's loud.